Hey guys, it's TheFrXion here, or Tank12, however you call me, I don't really care. Welcome back to World of Tanks, where we're today going to be discussing a topic that I think is quite important to discuss, and it has to do with the fact that Wargaming have just introduced a new way of dealing with insubordination, or as they like to call it, misbehavior in the chat. Let me find the article real fast, because the interesting thing is I haven't seen it on the European server, so I'm not sure if it has to do with the fact that maybe the Europeans don't have the updated rules and violation policies of 2022, or because I kind of missed them. But this definitely has come into effect, or this will come into effect on the 23rd of March. That is in 2 days, because I'm recording this on the 21st of March. It's Monday. And their ideas are, well, they want to make the game a safe place for everyone. And I think that, in the sense, is fair. Okay, making the game a safe place for all the players is a fair point. But the new policies are a bit weird, and I think the way that they're phrasing some of the things is leaving a lot of questions unanswered. And I'm a bit worried, because World of Tanks in the last at least the last 2 years, doesn't have a very good track record of having a good link between the community and the company. And I think this time around, with these new permabans, it's not going to get a lot better. So we all know there are players out there that are, raging and talking smack and, insulting everyone, or getting annoyed by losing a game or winning a game or whatever. And I totally understand. I understand the frustrations of the game. I myself have been swearing, insulting players every once in a while. I did that prior. I'm not proud of it, but I did it, and I would say it would be very, very dishonest if I would say that I was never a player that raged or got upset eventually because of actions of my teammates. But obviously, I did sometimes spam the chat. Sometimes I was annoyed and I told other guys to fuck off or something like that. And I did receive a ban. Like a couple of times, I did receive one-time chat bans. I never was banned for a week or anything like that. But I did receive a chat ban once. And I think one day definitely also a full game ban for probably being too toxic. Now, I myself, I've tried not to write to anyone anymore, and that has worked out quite nicely for me. I'm not really chatting too much anymore in the game, which I think is a bit of a shame. I'm not able to chat with the enemy team, because sometimes they're also like nice plays. I generally try to stay positive nowadays, and I don't get too upset about losses, because I don't view the game as too hardcore anymore, and not playing it in the sense of a hardcore game as I've used to play the game prior. So let's take a look at the new policies, because the new policies are what we are here to talk about. So basically, they're going to be removing all of the prior bans and all of the points that we have in their system. And from now on, everyone is going to be judged newly from the beginning with this new system. That does mean, though, that this new system is going to they're going to count every single point, and they're going to be taking a look into every single infraction. So the very first minor infraction is a minor chat ban. That's for profanity, insults, and minor harassment. And every single time you do that, again, it'll add one more day onto the ban. So that means if you have been banned prior already, and you're getting you're being insulting and you're spewing profanities, they can ban you one additional time. So the chat ban is going to be 2 days, 3 days, 4 days the next time, and these points will not be taken away. At least that's what I got from their from their idea, because everything now is going to be kind of counted as a system, and it's going to be added up together. That's the big issue that I have. So minor chat violations, profanity, and insults. So let's say you're calling somebody an idiot. Like, I really don't care if somebody calls me an idiot. If someone is going after me in chat, like, for being extremely toxic, what I usually do is I block them, and obviously you can also report them. But I think that, reporting every single player for calling me an idiot, that is definitely like way overboard, and I don't really agree with that. So you're gonna get like 5, 6, 7 days chat ban if you're being too toxic. If you're a repeated offender, and yeah, that's not going to be a lot of fun. So turning off chat if you're being very kind of aggravated, and if you like to insult people, is probably the best option here. It will never result in a permanent ban. Okay, at least it's that. Now, major chat violations, that's where I have the issue. You get a 15-day chat ban for extreme hate speech and harassment. Now, the idea of extreme hate speech is the question, like, are you being racist? Is it that? Because I think that goes into the category of being extreme hate speech. It's probably something like that. And also, yeah, I don't really... I don't have a lot of extreme hate speech examples because I don't really know too many of them. But yeah, I guess. And threats of violence. So if you were telling someone you're gonna punch them up or something like that, yeah, it's not gonna work out. So if you have that twice, if you do that twice, you'll get a permanent ban. Now the question here is, a permanent ban it doesn't sound like a permanent chat ban, or it sounds more like a permanent game ban. Now I'm not really sure what it is, because it's just a permanent ban, and I'm not really sure what they're referring to, but that's pretty crazy. Obviously you should never threaten someone, and extreme hate speech, I think the consensus is right there that we don't want any extreme hate speech. So yes, I understand that. But the question of a permanent ban is lingering there all along, because we have more of these little things that result in permanent bans. So one more, we have a minor game violation, 1-day ban. That is for annoying violations. If you're physically attacking someone, if you're driving against the vehicle, pushing them, if you're pinging the map repeatedly, which I don't understand. I think that isn't too bad. Why would you get reported for that? But that kind of sucks. And you get a day game ban for that. Now, if you're drowning yourself, if you're AFK deliberately, I'm not even sure if they know if you're deliberate or not. So how will they know if you're deliberately AFK or not? You'll get 1-day ban. And if you do that, if you're going to be one of those repeaters, they're going to add an additional day to the ban every single time. It's not going to end in a permanent ban, but this is already pretty crazy. They can basically ban you from the game for using the map repeatedly by spamming a certain part of the map, because that is considered toxic behavior. So I think that's probably one of the biggest issues that we have right there. I think this is a complete joke. Now, major game violations is a 3-day ban. Physical abuse or unsportsmanlike conduct that directly attacks another player, vehicle, on your team. Well, basically, if you're pushing someone, this is where that comes in. If you're pushing someone out of cover, you're gonna get 3-day game ban. That's pretty crazy. So don't push someone. And I think if someone like drives up against you and it's accidental, everyone is going to be super careful from now on, because no one wants to get a 3-day game ban. And it seems to me that, like, how are they going to be deciding each and every single case? Because if I drive up against a teammate and he's trying to move forward, I'm trying to retreat, and he didn't do it on purpose to push me out, but I was backing up because I was getting shot at, and he was driving forward because he wanted to get into the position, and he was he didn't have enough time to go to the left, or he wasn't that aware. and I report him, is he going to get a 3-day ban, even though it wasn't on purpose, but I got shot as a result of that? Because that kind of goes into that category. So each new violation adds plus 3 days to the ban, so you can get like 6-day bans, and if you do it more than 7 times in a quarter, you're going to get a permanent game ban. So yeah, there are a lot of permanent bans now. Personally speaking, I think it's a bit over the top. How many, like, there are not like that many crazy situations where people are pushing you out of the cover. There are sometimes situations where people are pushing out of cover, but if that is the case, I think players are definitely able to send it in as a replay, and then it should be viewed as a case by case basis, and not like, you know, get everyone into the same boat. Because I think it's like way over the top. Okay, getting the chat ban and getting banned for extreme hate speech, okay, I can get behind that. But getting banned for pinging the map repeatedly, it seems like a really crazy idea that Wargaming have now shared via the World of Tanks news outlet on North America, and I think that is a bit over the top. But either way, tell me what you guys think about it. This is a really awkward video to make because I don't like to talk about getting chat banned or anything like that, but it's the new reality, and I think that we still had the blocking feature. The blocking feature worked just fine. Block everyone who is annoying. So yeah, I don't really get it, but whoever gets Wargaming. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a good one.